This is Michael Delane of the Copenhagen Voice. I am in Malmö at Gustav Adolf's talk, where the Association for Democracy in Iran, a Swedish organization, is holding a hunger strike to call on the Swedish government to cut its relations with Iran. With me is the chairman of the association, Ardavan Kushnut. Ardavan, how many people are you on hunger strike?
Right now we are almost 8 people on hunger strike, but we're counting on being more later tonight. We're expecting to be around 15 to 20 people.
It's a hot day today, so you need a lot of fluid. You're drinking?
We are drinking. Without water, we really can't survive for any longer time. So water we're drinking, but only water. And no food, of course, but water we're drinking. But in this weather, it will be impossible for us to keep going on without it.
You're calling for the Swedish government to cut relations with Iran. Why?
We believe that for the last...
You have called on the Swedish government to cut relations with Iran. Why?
For the past 30 years, Iran has been a full-worthy member of the world community. In 30 years, we have seen the world have a good relationship with the Iranian regime, and the result have been a president which calls for the destruction of the state of Israel. We have a regime who do not hesitate to kill its own people. So now we believe that we need some radical changes. We need a regime change in Iran, and we believe that the only way to achieve regime change in Iran is through the world to stop their diplomatic relationship with the Iranian regime.
You don't think elections work? Elections in Iran?
Elections in Iran will never work, because in 30 years we have a guardian council which choose which members, which persons are capable to be president in Iran, and only those persons are able to stand up and people can vote for them. And that's not a democratically election. And the whole the whole constitution of the Islamic Republic are based on a non-democratic the foundation. And the only way to deal with that is only through overthrowing the Islamic government.
And you don't think the situation in Iran with the young people demonstrating, criticizing elections will help?
I absolutely do not believe that. We can see that with our own eyes. So many people have been killed. So many more have been arrested. Today we are having news about how the infamous Basiji militia are attacking people's house to identify the people who have been in who have demonstrated against the regime. So this is not a regime we can have a dialogue with. This is not a regime we can sit on a table with and talk to.
So this is a dictatorship?
This is a dictatorship, very well said. This is a dictatorship. And Saddam was a dictator. We could not have a dialogue with him. We could not have a dialogue with the Taliban. And foremost, we could never ever have a dialogue with the apartheid system in South Africa. And let's not forget that in South Africa, we, through cutting diplomatic relations with South Africa, through making a boycott with South Africa, we made the apartheid system to be destroyed. This can work if Europe and the United States of America stand united in this question.
How much interest has the Swedish public given you here today?
Since we came here in Thursday, there have been a lot of Swedish persons which have come to us and just asked one thing: how can we support you? Many of them wanted even to give us some money because, well, obviously all this costs. But we have said that we will not accept any money. But if you want to support us, the best thing you can do is to write to the government of Sweden and call them to break all diplomatic ties with the regime in Iran. Because if not now, when so many people are being killed and tortured and executed, then when?
And politicians, I know the politicians have their summer political week on Gotland. Any interest here from them?
There are some politicians in the Swedish parliament, the Riksdagen, and some of them are saying it out loud that we should break all diplomatic ties with the Islamic Republic, but they are a very, very few minority. The most part of the Swedish politicians, they believe that diplomacy is the best way to resolve Iran's problem. And when we tell them that in 30 years we have not been able to do that, we want to try in 30 more years so that more people can be killed, they do not have any answer for that.
Arne, crucial, thank you much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Michael Ledeen from Malmö for the Copenhagen Voice.